Hey everybody, Wanna Wisdom here. It is now Tuesday, August 6, 2013. Kind of got slowed down. I've been trying to get some money for the Fire Element Series 2 upgrades. Was doing that while the video was rendered and uploaded on the unboxing of the brand new sidekicks just came in. Of course, that would be Barkley and Mini Genie. The reason I was doing that is, like I said, I would actually take pictures for the blog post. I didn't want to go ahead and have it up without doing that. Obviously, I can't get pics of Barkley with T-Rex and Gnarly T-Rex if Gnarly's still in the box. So, we're going to open that up. For those of you that did not know, recent development, basically middle to the end of last week, Gnarly T-Rex, which is basically another in-game variant, came around in single pack form. This is something I don't think anyone really expected. If you recall the way it was, he was bundled. Here in the US, it was with the blue Wii. You could actually get a pretty good deal. I mean, if you didn't have a Wii, that was the way to go. That said, of course, with the Wii U around, you're kind of, working on borrowed time, if you will. I think in Europe, and that's actually where it was first announced before we found out we had the Wii bundle here in the US. I believe it was the PS3, don't hold me to that, but it's kind of one of those deals. For me, I'm fine with kind of the variant being in the 3DS. It's an entirely different game. It's incentive for everyone else to pick that in a 3DS up. Something that myself and many others aren't big fans of is when it's actually bundled with a console. For example, I have a Wii U right now. Say here in a couple of months when Swap Force is released, say they release like a... I don't know, green seems to be the color. For Swap Force, say they released like a green Wii U and they bundled, I don't know, like an in-game variant of Free Ranger, we'll just say. It works out great for everybody that wants a Wii U that doesn't have one, but for people that, one, already have a Wii U, or two, want to stick to Sony or Microsoft or whatever, not exactly the best situation. Essentially what happens, and this is why I didn't purchase Gnarly T-Rex prior to this, you either have to A, go in and buy the console and then hawk the console or keep it, in the event that yours goes down or something, or you just like the color better, or B, and what most people did that got Gnarly T-Rex is they turned to Amazon, third-party sellers, or eBay. And essentially you're buying it from a scalper that comes in, buys the console, breaks it down. Where Gnarly T-Rex was picked up by me for $15, people were paying, depending on the time frame and how crazy the person is, anywhere from like $20 to $50 just for the figure. Obviously, if you went in and you bought the blue Wii bundle, for $149, I've seen it as low as $99. I nearly bought it at that point because I'm a big fan of the Wii. And if mine ever did go out, I'd have a backup, and that's a heck of a deal. That said, it's still a lot of money. I didn't do it. But essentially what the scalpers do, they come in, they buy the console. They've got, essentially the starter pack, the console, and Gnarly T-Rex. They come in, they can sell the starter pack, they can trade it in, whatever, they can sell the console for, even at $80 or something, they're doing pretty well. Gnarly T-Rex, 25 to 50-ish, and you do the math, you're making money on the deal. Like I said, I don't support that. That's evident by the fact I've had a ton of people here lately say, oh, you didn't have Gnarly T-Rex, and the answer is no. It's like I said, I don't just tell people, save your money, be patient. I actually practice it myself. Again, as cool as Gnarly T-Rex looks, I was not about to go out and give someone $50 or $25. If somebody was selling them for a reasonable price, like maybe $20, freight included or something, I might have done it. But in general, you can live without it, and I would much rather just have the $20 and peace of mind. That said, apparently good things come to those who wait, because now here he is in single pack form. So that's another thing. If you're going to dance with the devil, sometimes you get burned. There's probably a lot of people that got Gnarly back when he was released without the console, and probably gave $40-50 for him, and now here he is in single pack form. The good news is if they do that with, say, Swap Force in either the Wii U or perhaps one of the new consoles, the Xbox One or the PS4, there is a good chance, if we're patient, maybe this time in the year next year, we can pick up that same exclusive bundled variant. I don't anticipate them ever doing that for the 3DS. I know overseas there was like a Dark Spyro single in like one country or something. It's just not something I foresee happening because that is an entirely different game. That said, Gnarly Tree Rex, you can pick him up. I have not seen him on Amazon yet. I think late this week he ought to go everywhere he's not now. GameStop.com has him, Walmart.com, Walmart stores. I've had a few people, I think they were in Canada though, say that they had picked him up in EB Games or GameStop. I got this one at Walmart and it was a horrible experience. It reminds me why I don't like that store. What I did, it had come out, I'd been monitoring it online because I don't like to go into Walmart. And long story short, they didn't ever have him. I went into a few stores, they didn't have him, and then this weekend prior to a car show I was running to, I actually saw that they had Gnarly Tree Rex, and what I did, of course, was cite to store because I was thinking, man, I'm going to have to deal with the scalpers or crazy people. There will be a big rush. That way, they pull it. I for sure got it. I swing by after the show, pick it up, come home, unbox it. Everything's all, good and well in the world. Didn't happen. Got there in plenty of time. I stood around in the back. This has happened every time I've done site to store, even with like the molten hot dog when I ordered that in. They don't ever seem to have employees back there. They actually do. It's just none of them will help you. It's a long story. It really all comes down to management, and they just have a horrible track record of management, particularly at night and on the weekends. But I was there before they closed. I pushed the button. It literally takes like a 5-minute, time for the dot to go from this side of the screen to this side of the screen and then give up. Went through 2 cycles of that. I actually used my cell phone to pull up the number of the store, called them. Took about 30 seconds for someone to answer. And there was no one there for me to gripe out. And I ultimately just wound up buying 2 from the floor. There was like 4 left. Not sure how many they had. Obviously 2 of mine should have been in the back. They're still there. I don't think I'm going to go get them. I've had to email customer service to cancel my order. The idiots that were working there wouldn't pull it. They wouldn't let me cancel an order. They wouldn't let me bring 2 from the floor with the order number and scan it. It's basically just, I don't even know why you employ people at that point in time. Maybe there's a few, a couple of employees in there worth anything. The management clearly is not. I'll never set foot in that godforsaken store again. In general, I don't like Walmart. I don't have anything against their lower prices. I just do not like the crowd, basically. I don't know how it is in other towns, but here I can go into Target and there might be 20 people. If I go into Walmart, there's about 200. It takes longer to check out. The parking lot is horrible. If you value what you drive, you don't go there. But all that aside, GameStop is what I would recommend. Here, probably by the end of this weekend, you ought to be online at Amazon. Pretty sure, I think it's like the 9th or 11th, I think it's when everywhere else is supposed to get it. Target. If you don't have a problem with Walmart, go there. Some stores are a lot better than others. It's $14.96 on the plus side. I saved like $1.03. I'll try to keep it positive on that note. But all that aside, it is Gnarly Tree Rex. He really is available. This isn't a hoax or anything. This is the real deal. Box art, obviously styled just kind of like with Scarlet and Genie. Let me pull her up here for you. They just did it a little differently, gave her the true colors that she has in the game and on the figure, labeled her accordingly. Essentially the same thing we see here with Gnarly Tree Rex. His color scheme is almost legendary. I'm not quite sure what the logic was there. I mean, it's not. I realize there's no gold on it, but that blue, the way it lights up, it kind of, gives off a legendary look and feel to the figure. But that is what the character illustration looks like on the box art there. There's what Gnarly looks like in the packaging. As you can see, Gnarly Tree Rex, Be Afraid of the Bark. Non-compatible, of course, with SSA, works just fine in Giants. Coming around to the backside, conveniently enough, there's his regular counterpart Tree Rex, kind of highlighted there. Skylander Giants, super size, super powers. Right here, the box art, pretty sweet. It is actually Gnarly Tree Rex. He's picking up a boulder there. Other highlighted characters, Eyebrow, Swarm, Thumpback, and Bouncer. We're going to go ahead and free him from his packaging. And if anyone else ran into the same thing or does in the future, and you can't get your site to store items at Walmart, don't even waste your time. If they've got stuff on the floor, just go ahead and buy that. Finally heard back from customer service online, and what they told me to do, that there was no way to cancel it, which is slightly amazing, But they said I could either go there in person and pick the stuff up, which apparently means they don't read the email, because I was there to do that already. But you can pick it up and return it immediately, which again brings to question why they can't just do that themselves, issue the credit, etc. Or your other option is essentially you just don't pick it up for 2 weeks or however long they give you, some weird number of days, and then they will credit your account, or so they claim. I could see it going horribly wrong. I am not a fan of that store, never will be. But like I said, just for future reference, if anyone has that go down, that's basically what you need to know. Looks pretty dadgum good, now that we've got that plastic wrap off of him. The stump, it's actually kind of like on his knees there. It's, in all honesty, kind of like a tan or a bark color, but it actually, with the metallic blue and that dark bark, it's almost like a gold. Again, this is a Giant. With the Giants and the light core, they do light up. There is a history of people damaging them when they unbox them. Particularly Tree Rex, granted he was in the starter pack. That said, you do want to exercise caution here. Again, what I like to do is just come in and bend down the backside. Try to get it to where you can kind of grab it by the base. And when you do that, obviously good things happen. So he's free. We'll take a good look at him here in a second. Again, nice packaging this year, the way they put the cards down there, so they don't get bent up as easily. You can still do it, it's just, tougher to make it happen that way. What we get, of course, is the trading card. It's something you don't see with the sidekicks we got in. Instructions, again, which nobody cares. Here's a look at the sticker sheet. Sticker sheet has a character illustration. It has the Gnarly Tree Rex name, QR code, and then below that on the left-hand side is a webcode for your iOS game, Skylanders universe. Stat card, while it looks cool and has numbers on it, it does not relate at all to the stats that you see in the game. Power or strength, 140 of 150. Defense or armor, 130 of 150. Speed or agility, 55 of 150. And luck, 55 of 150. That would put him at what? That's 110, 250, 380, I think, out of 600. Pretty low on the speed, obviously, and then real low on the luck. So 110, 250, yeah, 380 out of 600, unless I'm too tired to do the math right. So not crazy numbers, but again, it is kind of somewhat irrelevant since it doesn't relate to anything in the game. That said, the card looks pretty good. Here it is beside Gnarly Tree Rex himself. The actual figure, his bark is obviously, it's the exact same figure, essentially, just treated to a repaint. Essentially what was red and the kind of like green boxer shorts or whatever they were on him. All the red and the green has been done up in this kind of like pretty cool metallic blue color. It's kind of got the yellow highlights here where they were just kind of left bare last time. Photosynthesis Canon. It's also kind of been treated to that same treatment, sort of a green-yellow fade off of it. The back looks very good. It's almost like a moss growing. It looks green in the camera. It looked gold on his kneecaps in the camera earlier, but this that appears to be gold right there, this that appears to kind of be like a mossy green, it's actually just kind of more of like a sand or a beige color. Right there where you see the orange coming through, that's like the actual color of the official T-Rex. That's just kind of like a blemish, I suppose. Some of them probably don't have that, some of them will. The base, it's almost like an army green down here. Doesn't look to be quite as dark as T-Rex's, and then the top is kind of a pale green where you can make out the leaf structure. Should have his eyes and the photosynthesis Canon light up. We're going to check that out here in a second. Unsure if they will have changed the coloring or if it'll be that piercing blue and then the green over here. I guess it was green. Misspoke earlier. But T-Rex has one of the best light ups in my opinion. Before we dive into that, let's take a look here. Yeah, I'm going to have to say that the base on Gnarly is just a little bit darker overall. Pretty close. But I don't know. If it is, it's not much. I think you can kind of see the contrast there between the two. I mean, it's nothing, horrendous. It's just an observation. Here on the backside, you can kind of see they've got the exact same detail. Like I said, it's just basically a repaint. You do see it better on the lighter colored bark. You can kind of see the green shorts on T-Rex and then kind of the metallic blue here. Photosynthesis Canon, let's take a close look at that. It's got the same kind of 5-prong design. The red fades into like an orange yellow, whereas this metallic blue fades into like a green yellow. So you can kind of see what they did there. Note on the photosynthesis Canon where this is kind of like a white bulb. This is actually kind of green already. I'm quite sure what that'll do for the light up effect. We'll find out here shortly. Great detail on the fingers still remains. I mean, you kind of see like the knots in the wood. They basically put them at all of his joints if you haven't noticed before. Same thing, with like the top end of him. Again on the, plating here and the armor. You can pick up the little subtle differences. Again, Gnarly T-Rex actually looks pretty well. Let's go ahead, pull up the portal here. I've got the game going. Should come on. Okay, what I am thinking happened is that last time I played and was recording Series 2 Prism Breaks Prism Answer Upgrade Path, I was struck by lightning. I'm thinking that it impacted the sync on the Wii. I actually had to come in and redo that. I don't know if that's the case, but now everything works, so I'm going to run with that. But, as we were trying to showcase, T-Rex has the green in the photosynthesis Canon, and then the piercing blue eyes. Actually looks really good. Like I said, he has one of the best light up effects. Earlier, when we unboxed Barkley, I mentioned that about the blue eyes. You can kind of see what I was talking about now. But let me go ahead. We will pull T-Rex, and we want to get Gnarly on, see how he stacks up. Okay, I did not anticipate this. I had to wonder about it. This is very cool. This is a different light up effect. It's kind of an orange photosynthesis Canon, and he's got really cool kind of emerald green eyes. I had to wonder about it because that photosynthesis Canon was a different color. Let me go ahead and kill the lights. We'll take a good look at it. Alright, you can see there, like I've always said, T-Rex, one of the best, in terms of light core and giants and the light up effect. You can see that photosynthesis Canon very clearly. Right there, that is the light up. That is pretty dadgum cool. The eyes, you can make out kind of the black in them. Gives them a really sinister look. Let me try to fish around here. I think this is T-Rex I'm reaching for. We'll put him on. These guys are both, the scale of T-Rex here. That's a pretty good angle for you to kind of showcase the difference. To the left and the back is Gnarly T-Rex. He's got the orange photosynthesis Canon and the green eyes. And then T-Rex, original starter pack T-Rex, has blue eyes and the green photosynthesis Canon. Really nice. That is unexpected on my end. I was expecting just kind of a, essentially a repaint. What's going to be really interesting is going to be how they look in the game. It'll, kind of be fun to go in, introduce Gnarly, and kind of see if we see the same things we see here on the portal. Either way, I mean, this is a light show. It's almost like a strobe light with these two. Again, one of the best light-up effects, that green photosynthesis Canon on Tree Rex and the blue eyes. Real hard to beat that. That said, Gnarly looks great, and pretty sweet that he got kind of the alternate, not only color scheme, but also light-up effect. I am pretty impressed with that. Let me set him back down, get the lights for you real quick, and we'll wrap this one up. Alright, there it is. You can still kind of see it. Again, looks pretty cool. Obviously on the glow-in-the-dark wired portal, I think you'd look even better, kind of get that uplight a little bit more. I mean, this one does it. It's the original wireless one for the Wii, just not in as much intensity, I guess, as you'd see with our wired portal. Gnarly Tree Rex looks great. Again, he's available now in single pack form. $14.96 was the price at Walmart. Like I said, a horrible experience. Good end result, I suppose. Well, at least we've got Gnarly Tree Rex. Like I said, here shortly. If he's not currently at the other stores, he should be soon. I've been real busy here lately. Hadn't gotten to kind of stick to my usual schedules and regarding anything really. Hopefully, that'll kind of slow down a little bit. I can get back in the swing of things. But if he's currently not at Target, etc., he should be here in a couple of days. So keep your eyes out there. Again, GameStop, Walmart currently do have them definitively. Good luck at Walmart if you go that route. But again, kind of side by side with the lights on. That green on the photosynthesis can is so bright. I was trying to get a side by side for you. It's just not going to work because of the intensity on the Canon. But it is basically the same color. It's just kind of a, so concentrated in there. It's almost like a white light right now. Gnarly Tree Rex looks great. Going to be interesting to see what he looks like in the game. We'll obviously do that here coming up shortly. But now that he's out, I can get good pictures of Tree Rex and Barkley, and Gnarly all together. That gives you an idea of what it would look like if you're a big Tree Rex fan. Maybe going to go in and play with Barkley. That either have or should have in a couple of days if you place your order. But $14.96 is the price. Again, at Walmart, I think it'll be like $15.99. Toys R Us, GameStop, etc. Just go where you have good luck. Again, I'm not a big Walmart fan, but that was a horrible experience. And ultimately, you tell people about bad things. If it was a good experience, I wouldn't have said anything. It's kind of like Taco Bell. Millions of people eat it every day, nothing's wrong, but the minute someone has bad food, everybody knows about it. So really just comes down to management, and like I said, that store is poorly mismanaged, so we will leave that at that. Like I said, I don't know what quantities they're coming in, but I do know that I should have had. It wouldn't surprise me, I guess, if that store didn't actually pull my order, even though they said they did. When I was in there, I think there was either still 2 or 3 left. I mean, it looked like somebody had pulled half of the stuff off the shelf, and just let it fall. I know one of them was down there. So we'll just say 5, and then with my 2, there were 7. So that's either going to tell me they get maybe 12 in, 2 boxes of 6 or something, or who knows, they could have gotten like cases of them. But that's what I saw. It wasn't overwhelming quantities, but they are there. I think in part it's just, scalpers and a lot of people weren't expecting this. It's something kind of an odd time for a new release type situation. So hopefully, if you do not have Gnarly Tree Rex and you want him, check your local stores. Hopefully you can kind of get in on it before they're picked over and out of stock or something. As it's been, a Scarlet Ninjini, Polar Whirlwind, Granite Crusher, Jade Flashwing. We honestly don't seem to know or have like set patterns of stock or quantities. Best bet is to act quick. Hopefully you can find them locally, retail price, take it from there. But it does look pretty good if you are a big fan of Tree Rex. Again, this will be my third just because of the 3DS starter pack, kind of already having him in there. But can't complain. He's a pretty cool character. Obviously, he was the face of the Giants. We always have a soft spark, nostalgia there for everyone. But the in-game variant version here is going to look pretty good. Again, I've not watched anybody's videos. I don't know. I'm assuming he's going to show up like this in the game. Should be the case, but we'll find out for sure when we introduce him. That should be coming up pretty soon. Looks good. The light-up effect is also different. That was a very pleasant surprise there. But and it's kind of a key difference, it's kind of an orange and then the green in the eyes. So like I said, if you want him, act quick. Hopefully you can pick him up locally, beat the scalpers, beat paying online prices, add him to your collection, take it from there. But I will leave it at that. Again, he is truly available. I don't play any tricks or editing crud like some people do. This is the real deal. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be wasting my time and yours talking about it. So that's it. Here shortly, I should be able to introduce him. I'm going to try to get some more of the upgrades done. And like I said, if you missed my update video, when I was recording the Series 2 Earth upgrades, there was a bad storm outside, and I lost power completely. And it's kind of ruined the Series 2 Prism Break deal. But I'll get in there. We'll just kind of recap his path, and I'll take you through a couple of heroics to make up for it. But after that, it's Terrafin. Like I said, I'm currently getting money for the Fire and Life characters, get them lined up. Somewhere in there, I'll do the gameplay on the sidekicks. We'll introduce Gnarly, a couple other things like that. So stay tuned for that. Questions, comments, you can ask here on YouTube. For a quicker response, I suggest you use the blog, oneofwisdom.com. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. As always, make sure that you're subscribed. That'll keep you up with all the latest. That way you don't have to check back. You'll just have it filtered to you. But again, thank you for watching. And until next time, we will catch you later.